Namaste everybody. I welcome each one of you to Udaya's classroom. In today's class, we are going to talk about types of cooperative society. Come, let's get gear up to the class. The first society that we have is consumers cooperative societies. In this consumers cooperative society, the consumer's interest will be protected. How the consumer's interest will be protected means the cooperative society will be purchasing the products in bulk from the wholesalers and then it will be selling to the members of the cooperative society at a reasonable rate. So it will be very cheap for the members of the cooperative society, and due to this process, if the cooperative society earns any profit, it will be distributed among the members of the cooperative society, and then the cooperative society will be eliminating the middlemen also. So the middlemen charges will be taken up as a profit by the consumers cooperative society. They need not to spend amount for the middleman. Moving on to the next cooperative society, that is producers cooperative society. This producers cooperative society will be safeguarding the interest of the producers. It will be very much helpful for the small scale producers. So this small scale producers need not to purchase their inputs, that is raw materials for their production from the middlemen or from the retailers. So directly they can procure their inputs from the producers cooperative society and then they can engage in the production process. So this cooperative society will be helping the small producers to sell their products also. So after selling, in the sales process, if they have earned any profit, it could be distributed among the members up to their capital contribution, and middlemen work also eliminated in this cooperative society. Moving on to the next cooperative society, marketing cooperative societies. This marketing cooperative societies will be helping the small producers. So after producing the goods, they can sell their products in this cooperative society market. They will have a very good platform to sell their produced goods. So they can eliminate the middlemen also, and easily they can fight against the large scale producers. Okay, so it will be very much helpful for the small scale producers. If they earn any profit, they can distribute among the members. This marketing cooperative society will take care right from the packaging of the goods and warehousing, transportation, everything will be taken care by the marketing cooperative societies. Alright, moving on to the next cooperative society, farmers cooperative society. This cooperative society will be very much helpful for the farmers, and the farmers will be forming this cooperative society. Members of the cooperative society would be farmers only. How this farmers cooperative society will be helpful for the farmers means, this cooperative society will be providing the fertilizers, seeds and other important things which is required for agriculture will be provided by this farmers cooperative society. So the quality seeds and the quality fertilizers farmers can acquire from this farmers cooperative society at a cheaper rate. Alright, and apart from that, the farmers cooperative society, modern techniques and machineries will be shared in this cooperative society, and mainly this cooperative society will be very much helpful for the very poor small farmers. Alright, so this is the importance of the farmers cooperative society. Moving on to the next cooperative society, credit cooperative society. This credit cooperative society will be giving advances and loans at very cheaper interest rate of interest to its members. So the members of the cooperative society, if they want credit facility for any other reason, they can acquire loans and advances from the credit cooperative society at cheaper rate. This credit cooperative society's aim is to safeguard the interest of its members, that is those who are in need of finance. So this will be helping the members to get exploited from the lenders. So the lenders, those who are giving credits, loans and advances with higher rate of interest will be eliminated. We cannot eliminate completely, at least with minimum level we can reduce it. So reasonable rate of interest they can pay, and then they can get the credit facility, and in installments it would be paid later. And the last cooperative society is cooperative housing society. This cooperative housing society will be helping the members to construct houses. How they will be constructing houses means the members will be contributing capital together, and the amount will be collected together. The society will be acquiring land, and then they will be engaging in the housing construction process, or else they will be purchasing as plot, and as per the members wish they can construct the houses as per their wish, and whatever design they wanted to construct they can construct, and little later they can repay the amount in installments. So for constructing houses, this cooperative society will be very much helpful for its members. So these are all the types of cooperative societies we have. So having understood about the types of cooperative society, we'll end up the session today. I'll meet you in the next session with a new lesson. Till the next, bye from Mudita.